Hi, my name is Dwayne Arthur Jones. I am a public speaker and author. Uh, you can buy my book available. Actually, it's on Amazon.com. It's called A Homeless Poet: Writing from Main Street to Capitol Hill, Influencing Legislation Through Poetry. It's a book designed for legislators. I encourage all state and federal government leaders, even at the county and state level, to read my book before you legislate policies. It's a wonderful way to talk about the social topics in our community and define them in a way where I compose poetry around how we debate these issues in public and how they're being communicated in public forums and social and the news medias. My purpose for this video today is to let you guys know that I am a homeless advocate. I am here in representation and for discussion, working with legislators to improve our body of government, to be a more deliberative body that is observant and considerate in how we legislate rules, vote on policies, and how we write and develop procedures which impair our communities and disengage our culture. Our three main goals: to assist and aid the homeless as we together fight and combat COVID-19. Number one is isolation. Number two is containment. And number three is prevention. Before I list some solutions, I want to identify three problems which could potentially impair our ability to assist and aid the homeless in their combat. We cannot isolate the homeless because their isolation is the outdoor exposure, which makes us more vulnerable as a people to their exposures every day. We cannot contain the homeless, as their ability to self-contain is limited to tents, sleeping bags, and encampments. There are no walls and ceilings to create airtight, sealed spaces. We cannot prevent COVID-19 in homeless communities without the following: access to information, testing, and treatment, grassroots leadership, and lastly, legislation. And finally, here are some items to consider as solutions. We can legalize encampments to contain these persons affected by the virus. Legalized encampments. We can provide counseling and medical personnel services for designated encampment housing zones that I call encampment housing zones. So we would need the legislation to designate these housing zones. And number three, instituting prevention tactics and measures for these pop-up communities to mitigate risk and minimize exposure to viruses to these communities most susceptible to exposure and transmission as a consequence to their living condition and environment in public spaces. Please click like, comment. I would love your comments. I would love to hear them. And share this video. Befriend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. These are all new platforms for me. I am just learning how to position my voice and my leadership by using these platforms to reach you and the greater mass. Please, I would love your support. I would love your comments and feedback. You can follow me at Dwayne Arthur Jones. And I encourage everyone to go buy my book. It's available now on Amazon.com. It's for $18.65. It's wonderful. It's The Homeless Poet: Writing from Main Street to Capitol Hill, influencing legislation through poetry. I'm looking to change how we do business as a government through poetry. Again, thank you for listening. My name is Dwayne Arthur Jones.